welcome to Hello's Insider. I'm Nikki, and today I'll be chatting to Virgin River star Annette O'Toole, and we'll be talking all about the Netflix series. Welcome, Annette. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's jump straight into it, shall we? At the start of season 4, we saw Hope at her most vulnerable after the car accident. She's struggling with mood swings, memory loss. What was it like to play someone with a serious brain injury? Did you encounter any challenges there?
I always like a challenge, and so it was actually nice to have something concrete I could work on. I could research, and the interesting thing about traumatic brain injury is that it's very unique to each person. So while there are general things that you mentioned, like memory loss and balance issues and all sorts of pain, terrible headaches that are sort of common to everyone. Each person recovers at a different rate, or gets sometimes worse at a different rate. So I could kind of gauge it from not even episode to episode, but scene to scene about what her and talk to the producers and the writers about how they wanted that to play out. So it was kind of wonderful to have that to work on. I really like that when there's something there that I have to fulfill in the scene, not just what's going on with the other character or what's going on with Hope at the time. So I liked it. And I've gotten some response, some emails and on Twitter, some people who've gone through it or who've had family members go through it, and they say it's ringing true to them. So I'm very glad about that. I do know that the producers want me to get well. They want Hope to sort of get back to where she was. I don't know if she'll ever be completely back, because she had her injury. It was a very serious injury, and she had it later in life. So it's always hard to bounce back when you're older. But we, it's television. We can only we can only do so much, and then it's just all fake. So we try to do it as best we can.
And what was it like for you coming back filming for season 4 and season 5? Because Hope was mostly absent from season 3 and due to COVID. What was it like reuniting with everybody on set?
It was wonderful to be back. I missed them. I missed work so much, and it was really out of my hands. Season 3 took place at the worst time of COVID. There was no vaccine, and being away from my family for the first time kind of ever was a real issue. Normally I could fly back and forth, but my mother is going to be 97 in a couple of weeks, and at the time she was 95, and I was very concerned about being able to get back to her, because I'm her only child and she depends on me for a lot, and I take care of her, but not exclusively. She has help. She lives alone, thank goodness. She's doing really well. But that was the issue. It wasn't fear about the virus so much, although that was scary, but it was mostly about being separated from my family.
And I know you're filming for season 5, as you said. I know you can't say anything really, but I've seen Alexandra has said that the new season is pretty heavy and likely to leave viewers on the edge of their seats. So is there anything more you can say on that?
I totally agree with that. She's really hit it on the head with that. There is a big thing that happens right in the middle of the season that brings the community together in a very big way, and it's a kind of timely topic that is happening in our country, and I'm really glad that they're going there. I don't think we've ever done anything like this. It's an important issue, and I'm glad that we're getting into things like that on the show. And I don't know if that will continue, but it certainly is something that the town gets to all come together and be part of, and work together for.
Oh wow, I can't wait for that. Do you think fans will be surprised to see that?
Once they know what it is, they'll say, "Oh, of course, that makes sense." But I just wish I could say more. It's awful to tease people like that. But it's really fun to do. It involves a lot more than we've ever done on the show, with technical stuff happening. So later on, we'll have to talk about it next year when you've seen it, and I could say, "Oh, this was why it was so great."
Can I ask you about? I mean, I don't know how much you'll know about this. The show's future beyond season 5? We know that, well, I don't think Netflix has said anything yet. Of course, there's lots of books and there's lots of material, but is there anything that you've heard about future series?
They're very tight-lipped about everything, even with us. I really don't know. They wait, I guess, to see how they like what we've done and how they think it's going to play. I really don't understand how any of it works. So no, I don't know.
No, that's okay. Would you want to do more?
Sure, I love the show. The only thing I wish is that it could be consistent with when we do our shooting, because that's the other thing, that it's hard to work around it and make plans. There's a play that I've been wanting to do for 2 years, and we had it scheduled, and then they changed our shooting schedule, and I had the last. And it's hard with plays because theaters need to commit. You need to commit to them a couple of years in advance because they have to do, publicity, and they have to make plans, and we have to get directors, and we have to have all these things. So that's been difficult. But other than, yeah, I love the show and love to continue playing this part. There's so much more to explore, and it's a great job. And my other thing is, I wish we could do it where I live, but we can't. So, the golden handcuffs.
The show has done so incredibly well. It's one of Netflix's most popular series and has a huge fan base. Did you, when you first started on it, did you expect it to be so huge?
I knew it would do well. I had a feeling about it because it was so different from anything else on Netflix. It was their first, time doing anything in the romantic genre. So it was funny. It was during the first season. I remember I was sitting with Alexandra. We were shooting something at the exterior of Jack's Bar, and it's this restaurant we use for the exterior that's way out in Squamish. It's a way beautiful suburb of Vancouver. It looks like Virgin River, and it is Virgin River. So we were sitting there, and she said, she was, I think, feeling just kind of exhausted. It was the end of the shooting, and she said, "Do you think anybody's going to watch this show? Do you think this is just hopeless?" I said, "Alexandra, I think you have to be prepared that this might be very, very big. I have a good feeling about it." And she said, "Really?" She just did not think so at all. So now she knows that it's. I think it just hit at the right time. I think it would have been popular at any time, but because COVID happened and so many people needed an escape from their real lives, from what was going on, that they just turned to this. It was there, and it appeals. It's interesting how it appeals to a lot of young people, this show. I was just talking to someone on the set. One of our cameramen said, he said, my daughter is kind of embarrassed that she and her friends really like the show. I said, "Why are they embarrassed? I don't get why you would be embarrassed of whatever you like." Because families can watch it, I guess, kind of from age 12 upwards. It's something people can watch together and talk about, and talk about their characters. It's a soap opera, but on a much bigger, more beautiful scale. So yeah, it's good.
Thanks so much for watching Hello's Insider. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to Hello's YouTube channel for more videos. See you next time. Bye.